Most men avoid therapy because most therapy approaches are not designed to help the male brain deal with pain or find solutions. That makes men believe therapy is worthless. Male depression is usually based on feeling helpless, powerless, and unable to affect one's life or environment. Therapy models focus on helping men feel heard and loved instead of restoring their sense of personal power. Men need solutions, not just feelings.
Absolutely. And we are churning out here in the United States an overwhelming number of therapists who do not have the skills that they need or the experience that they need to provide lasting solutions that will undiagnose you in the long term.
I went to therapy for a couple of years. I had female therapists, I have male therapists. I thought they were extremely helpful. As men, there's kind of three areas of therapy that I believe are helpful. The first area is really emotional unpacking, right? The things that happen to us that we're afraid to talk about. In that case, you do need a licensed therapist to actually talk you through some of that trauma that happened when we were little. And trauma, by the way, doesn't have to be something crazy, going to war, losing a limb. Trauma is perceived differently by different people. The second tier of support as men that we need, support in terms of technicals. For example, I want to know how to build my career this way. I need to know the solution to making money, right? These are what we call technical advisors. So you look for mentors who have the technical skills in your industry that have done it before that can give you a shortcut on how to do it. That's what we call the practical realm of therapy and coaching sometimes. The third realm is the spiritual and wisdom realm, right? We need people that give us life wisdom that perhaps when we're lost or sensing spiritually disconnected from our life, from reality, from the world, right? The spiritual realm. And sometimes we go to religion solves that problem, and sometimes in therapy and coaching, you can resolve that as well. Through leadership programs, through boot camps, through working with a coach one-on-one. So these three areas, whenever one is lacking, as a man, you feel like you're not getting the help that you need. And it's important as a coach to identify, does this person need to be emotionally hurt, right? He has an emotional need. Does he have a practical need to achieve something and provide the specific tools he needs to get there? Or does he have a spiritual connection or need for wisdom in life in general? In those three areas, if you can identify them, then you can find the right therapist to help with that. And sometimes you have multiple therapists to help with different realms. But I suggest working with one therapist at a time until you gain enough momentum to address the current issue at hand. Big proponent of therapy. I think finding a good therapist can change your life, as can finding a bad one. I think therapy should be celebrated and embraced, not looked down upon.